riding a bike to his foreign garb, burning his mind in his VCR, reluctant to find he's stuck in the 90's again. Reluctant to find he's stuck in the 90's again. And he's lost. Don't you know what it's like to be lost and older? Tears on his shoulder. Real men are bolder.
Welcome back to
Just reviewing Christmas stuff.
Yee. Today we're reviewing
Ba-ba.
dun, 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 dun.
You know what doesn't get thought of, I think, as like one of the quintessential 90s shows? I think Rugrats is up there because it started in the early 90s, went all the way through the 90s into the early 2000s.
I even saw that there's like I was looking for the Christmas special and I saw like a 3D version of Rugrats where they're actually using 3D models and stuff.
Yes, so there's a newer Rugrats. I haven't seen it at all. I don't know if it's any good. I don't even know if they're using the same
Same voice cast.
It is the same voice cast? Okay.
At least Chucky and Phil and Lil and Tommy were.
Well, they're probably using the second Chucky because the first Chucky voice actor has passed away.
Oh, she did?
Yes, but
Well, she does a very passable Chucky.
the second Chucky voice actor is Nancy Cartwright,
Okay.
the Bart Simpson voice
Don't have a
actress.
cow, man. Okay.
And her voice match for Chucky is amazing. I didn't even know that they changed Chucky's partway through Rugrats.
Really?
Yeah,
Partway through like the original?
the one that we're reviewing today was the OG Chucky. But yeah, at some point they changed over, and I had no idea it happened because Nancy Cartwright nailed it.
So who was the first voice actress?
Oh, I should just look it up because she was also we didn't mention her performance as Gosling in our Darkwing Duck episode.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crossover for voice actors in our collection.
Too bad she's completely forgettable. Kidding. Obviously not.
Christine Cavanaugh.
She passed away?
She did in 2014 at 51. Oh yeah, she played Babe.
And she played Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire.
She was so good as Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire. I think she should have got an Oscar for that. Christine Cavanaugh did pass away. She was the original Chucky, and then at some point Nancy Cartwright took over and just they could not have done a better job with a voice match. That is just a little bit of info for you guys.
The long short of all of this, the TLDR, the TMI, the TMFI, and the IMPs of all this situation is, it's snowing, it's Christmas, Santa, Angelica's a B word.
A little child B word.
By being a brat. That's the B word we were talking about.
She rips off Mall Santa's face. Not as she just rips off she rips off his beard. So Drew, her dad, is trying to get a professional Santa to bring the magic of Christmas back into her life. She still does believe in Santa, but she also knows that Santa is watching her be naughty.
Yeah, because when they get back to the house, back to Tommy's house, Gramps sits all the Rugrats down. And he's like, "Come here, little scamps." And he tells them a little story about jolly old Saint Nick and how he's omnipresent and he sees when you're sleeping and he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake.
Just like Unicron.
Yeah, 100% like Unicron.
She's been playing a prank on Phil and Lil to exchange certain things.
Oh, the prank! Okay. I forgot about the prank. Okay. Mr. Doug. Decepticon Doug. I'm sorry, I did it again. Tell him about the prank. Okay, so the prank.
So Angelica's trading things with Phil and Lil.
She gets toys because the people at the toy department think she's traumatized because they think that her perception of Santa or Christmas is completely destroyed. And so her dad is like, we have to repair this. We have to fix the situation. We need to repair the magic. And she only cares that they're giving her toys. And so they give her all these toys. All the toys except the one she wants.
Naturally.
And Malibu Stacy Cynthia dollhouse. She gets a Reptar helmet for a Reptar doll. Among the toys that she gets from the department store. And crayons. Take it away. What's the prank, Sir Doug?
So she's going to make
Sir Decepticon Doug. What is the prank?
I forgive you. So Angelica starts trading presents with Phil and Lil. She's like, hey, I'll trade you this for your Reptar toy. And
he's like, don't you want to get something for Lillian for her Christmas? And he's like, yeah. And so what does she do? She's like, well, give me your Reptar doll and I will give you these crayons for her coloring book. And he's like, that's a great idea. So already you can just see that Phil loves his sister. Clearly, obviously, they're twins. But he's willing to give up his favorite toy in the entire universe to watch her smile on Christmas morning. And so he does it. Breaks his heart, but he does it because it's worth it to him. And then Angelica goes to Lil. And she's like, hey, Lil, would you be willing to trade that coloring book for this Reptar doll space helmet? She's like, I don't know, I really love my coloring book, but I'll do it because I really want Phil to be happy on Christmas morning. And you can tell she really loves Phil.
Meanwhile, Tommy and Chucky, they just want to capture Santa for reasons.
Why do they want to capture Santa?
I think that they just needed a story in this
They were going to capture Santa and like Chucky is scared of Santa.
Yeah, I didn't quite get the logic of the whole situation.
What's Tommy? Tommy's an adventurer.
He is the Optimus Prime of babies. He is an idealist, and he's a guy who gets things done.
And he's a leader.
I think he's trying to break Chucky's fear. Like he's trying to show Chucky, hey, there ain't nothing to be afraid of because I can take on Santa, and you can too. And we're just going to show you he's an okay guy.
And then they decide to go to a cabin to reinvigorate the magic of Christmas. Angelica, for fear that Santa will find out what she did, tricking Phil and Lil, she keeps trying to explain that she wants to give the gifts back, but she made a mistake.
It's Angelica's redemption arc, basically, the story. Yeah.
This whole episode, and then she just can't seem to catch a break. She always falls short.
I thought it was a nice little story.
I loved it. Of all the Christmas specials we've watched so far, this one's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah. Even more so than 'Twas the Night Before Simpsons.
Oh, okay.
But this one resonates with me more.
Okay, well, what about it? Oh, the twins. It's the twins.
Probably.
And you know what? And I totally get it, because that's my favorite part of this episode, is the fact that Phil and Lil, like Angelica tries to like goof things up for them and succeeds at it. And in the end, they just laugh about it. They just think it's the funniest thing.
Yeah.
That they were duped.
Yeah, they were like,
and then,
wait,
they're like,
did you trade your coloring book for the... He's like, I did. And did you trade your Reptar for the... I did. They're like, oh, and then they hug each other. Because they're like, oh, you love that thing. You love that thing. So they got to see... Actually, Angelica, I didn't think about it this way, actually gave them a gift.
it's a gift.
One does not simply give up your Reptar doll.
No.
One does not simply give up your coloring book. And they got to see that side of each other, which was really, really nice.
I thought that was the most endearing part of the episode. Angelica learning a lesson. She learns those like every other week and doesn't really take it with her anywhere. But I do like the fact that she was trying. That was really cute. But I think Phil and Lil were like the highlights of the episode, just by like in a, sort of a passive way. Just the fact that they were just, no matter what, they were on each other's team.
I love that Tommy was always there for Chucky to try to get him to overcome his fear, because Tommy's super brave, so that was kind of nice too. This whole episode was actually full of nice little warm moments, like when Chucky's dad tries to come through the chimney and, oh look, I'm Santa Claus, and then Chucky gets scared, and then he's like, oh no, it's just me, and he pulls the beard off, and then he's like, oh, and then he runs up and hugs him. You're just like, oh, so much heart. The common theme between Darkwing Duck and this one is that Santa's real. He actually comes to the cabin and gives everyone a gift.
You know, is watching, seeing if they've taken away a lesson.
Angelica gets her dream house for Cynthia.
But also a little extra something, a little piece of coal, saying like, "Hey, it sounds like you did okay this time, kid, but I'm watching you." I think it is actually a pretty viable lesson to take away in real life, is that sometimes you are not going to be able to fix all of your mistakes, but it never hurts to try.
Yep. And there's another like little theme that's sort of like buried in the mix of the adventure with the kids. And that is the desire to pass along the traditions from the older people to the younger generation. Because it was very important to the parents that the magic of the holiday was still alive for the kids. All of them, right? Not just Angelica and Chucky, but for everyone. There was that strong desire to pass down, you know, their experiences from when they were kids, which was really, really nice. So just this whole episode is just filled with wonderful holiday magic.
And as far as like just even using the cast is like, I think through most of the series, like you'd see a lot of the parents and everything, but like, you know, like only some of the parents in some episodes, but they really got the whole family together. And so like, even though like not everyone got like a big moment, everyone was there, and it made it feel very familial, especially if you were really into Rugrats at the time. I think the only familial figures who weren't there is, I think, Dee Dee's parents. They weren't there, but they were very infrequent in the show anyway.
Yeah.
Apart from that, like all the friends' parents. So yeah, it's a nice episode. It warms the heart. It's a little bit of chicken soup for the soul, for the nostalgic tummy that we have.
We're going to give this episode 5 out of 5 Lazy Santa Claus.
If you're a big Rugrats fan, or you were, and you just want a little nostalgia trip and a little bit of holiday spirit,
No alcohol required.
You can do a whole lot worse than the Santa experience. So next time, we're going to take a very heroic look at a nostalgic property. So stay tuned.